Day 5 of the war on Iran. How long will defense systems hold out against Tehran's missiles and drones? Multiple U.S. embassies shut down across the region as stranded Americans try to get home.
Why wasn't there an evacuation plan?
The new U.S. military operation in South America, cracking down on drug cartels. And the dangerous social media trend that fire officials are now warning parents about. We have much more what you need to know now. I'm James Longman from ABC News. It's Wednesday, March 4th, and this is what you need to know. I'm in Erbil, Iraq, as this conflict with Iran expands across this region. Let's get right to the big story. We are now in the 5th day of this war, and with each day it spreads wider and deeper across the region. American diplomatic missions, energy infrastructure, and civilian targets in 11 countries, all under near constant drone and missile attack. The Pentagon saying U.S. airstrikes have destroyed hundreds of Iran's ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones. But the race is on to destroy all of their stockpiles before the region's air defense systems run out of ammunition. 6 U.S. embassies across this region are now closed. Drones slammed into the U.S. consulate in Dubai, and the U.S. embassy in Jordan was also targeted. All that is complicating efforts to get stranded Americans home. US allies remain on alert, the UK releasing this dramatic video showing British warplanes shooting down an Iranian drone over Jordan, but they are still in a defensive posture. Only the US and Israel are bombing targets in Iran. So how long can this region defend itself? Military officials say it takes 2 or 3 interceptors to shoot down one ballistic missile, and experts predict Iran has a stockpile of more than 2,000. That's fueling concern that Iran's supply of cheap drones could exhaust the multi-million-dollar interceptor systems of the US and its allies. But President Trump is confident.
They're still lobbing some missiles. At some point, they won't even be able to do that because we're hitting all of their carriers, we're hitting all of their missile stock.
US Central Command has now revealed there are now more than 50,000 US troops in this region. That's up from the 35,000 previously reported. This as the Pentagon names 4 of the 6 service members killed in Kuwait. All were from an Army Reserve unit based in Des Moines, Iowa. Captain Cody Corp, Sergeant First Class Nicole Amor, Sergeant First Class Noah Tegens, and Sergeant Declan Cody. Ian Pannell is in Tel Aviv.
James, it feels like we are seeing a steady escalation in this conflict, with Iran firing drones and missiles, in particular at Gulf countries and especially the United Arab Emirates. Meanwhile, you've got this scramble to try and get trapped Americans out. Questions for the president about why there weren't plans in place before the military action was launched.
Why wasn't there an evacuation plan, and will you send planes to get people out?
Well, because it happened all very quickly. We thought, and I thought maybe more so than most.
Those thousands of Americans are still scrambling to find a way out. The State Department urged them to leave more than a dozen countries, but didn't originally offer any help. Now the State Department is providing assistance. Marco Rubio says 1,500 Americans have been in contact.
It'll be a variety of methods: charter flights, military flights and transports, expanded commercial opportunities, and in some cases land routes that will allow them to go to neighboring countries who might have open airports at that point.
A hotline they were told to call initially had this automated message.
Please do not rely on the U.S. government for assisted departure or evacuation at this time. There are currently no United States evacuation points.
President Trump remains under pressure to clarify why the U.S. launched this operation and what the endgame is. His administration has issued sometimes contradictory statements on Operation Epic Fury. Our Rachel was in the Oval Office.
Hey, James, well, the White House has been pressing